So guys, I've been recording and recording and recording. I don't have no video editing software and I haven't prepared a backdrop, so I'm in a little storage space. You may notice some things that are a little off, like my ceiling fan that's missing an arm. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So I was going to do rape culture video first, but I was having a hard time gathering my thoughts and not rambling on. So I'm going to get a little organized and do some notes. I want to talk about immigration. Yes, I'm an African American woman, and this message is going out to whoever hears it. Hopefully, it get to Trump. This video is coming from a person who has had her culture and her ancestry deleted from the books. Of course, my ancestry is from somewhere in Africa, from what I understand, Madagascar. But if you took me to Madagascar today or tomorrow, I'd be lost. Hopefully I fit right in and feel at home, but I don't know anything about my culture, and that it hurts because so often in America I watch the news when young black men are killed, and I hear news anchors refer to us as thugs, and I just see the lack of sympathy and empathy for people that look like me, and it hurts. It sucks. I don't want to serve y'all. I don't want to be here if I'm not wanted. I want to go home. I ain't got no home to go to. And when I look at the children being separated from their parents by a fence and shit, makes me so mad because let's say you snatch this girl away from her papa today. What if papa goes into cardiac arrest tonight and he's never able to come back for his child? Like, some of these children are being separated from their parents, and the cold fact is that they will never be reunited with them. They will never be reunited with their culture, with their home. Like, just because you want to escape the bad living conditions or whatever is going on in Mexico doesn't mean that you won't want to go back one day and you won't want to know anything about your culture. I frown upon the countries of the world who close their borders to the migrants. How can you look at the imagery from the wars in Syria and Liberian slave trade and things like that and close your doors? Have these people standing in lines for soup and tents and things of that nature. I know you have abandoned buildings, and I know there's room to help people. This is a global problem. But right here in America, you have Donald Trump trying to build this wall, so hell-bent and determined on building this motherfucking wall, bro. Let me tell you something. When the Spanish and the French and them and the Britons, when they got here, there weren't no walls to keep their asses out. That's what they did. They came over here creating colonies and putting up walls to keep the Indians out, and they kept pushing it further, pushing their boundaries back further and further, till you take a whole population, a whole culture, an entire culture of people, and push them off of their own land. At least that's how the book tells it. But truth be told, boatload after boatload of people, colonists, came over here trying to invade America and take over, and they couldn't hang. And by the time the next boatload got here, y'all were having to shovel up the people that came before you, because you didn't even know how to work the land. You hadn't put no thought into what you was going to eat, where you was going to sleep, how you was going to survive once you got out here. You bringing men, women, and children with malaria over here, killing off the Native Americans with your diseases, burning down their civil. Man, come on, bro. And you want some sympathy. Now you run shit 20, 300, 400 years later, y'all running shit, and then still got the nerve to be trying to tell these people that they can't get in. They not welcome here. You took this land from them people. Let's be honest. When you look at somebody Hispanic, what do you see? Open your eyes. Look, you looking at an Inca, you looking at an Aztec, you looking at somebody from that Mesoamerican culture, community. That's what they are. They weren't. That's the name that they gave to them. Indians, Mexicans. It wasn't Mexico. Sick of this shit, bro. Be honest. And everybody who didn't want to follow the rules over there in Europe, when they came over here, they wanted to start their own colony so they could switch the rules and bend the rules to their own liking. That's how we got so many different colonies and things of that nature. Ain't nobody wanted to ever follow the rules from day one. You wanted to establish your own rules and be your own boss. That's all you wanted to do from day one. You just wanted everybody to just kneel down in servitude to you from day one. Indentured service wasn't enough because you had to eventually pay them after 7 years of labor. You had to give them their 50 acres and their plantation style home too. So and after you connived the Indians out of teaching you everything they knew how to till the soil. Then you killed them and you enslaved them, and then gonna break them off a piece in the form of some reservations. At least they got their land, because from what I saw, it looked like they're happy on these reservations. It looked like at least they're happy. You're not out there infiltrating their privacy. You're not out there. I would say you're not out there misusing their culture, but shit, you visit a Indian reservation, you're gonna have some cowboy telling you about everybody that came from Europe got 50 acres. And if you could afford to pay for somebody else to come, you got 50 more acres. Even the indentured servants who had to work for them for about 7 years, and then they got their land and their homes. We are the only people, African Americans, who never got anything out the deal. If it was up to me, if I was a political figure, I would say it's time for a new government. It's time to take a look at that Constitution, the 13 amendments, the Constitution, and all these documents from the founding fathers. They need to be revised. It's been done before. If within the first 50 years they already had to revise documents due to the changes and the economic changes happening in America, imagine how many economic changes have taken place since then. The fact that women can vote, the fact that African Americans and minorities can vote, you can be unemployed and vote. There are just so many things that need to be looked at. Any document that was written speaking for the American citizen, that was created before all American citizens were even considered human, it needs to be looked at. It needs to be rewritten, and it needs to be all inclusive. As far as I'm concerned, I'm like Moses, man. Let my people go. Let my people go. And why? I'm not with it. I'm not even with that detain and release shit. Nah, I'm not with detain and release, because that means that you're going to start profiling Hispanics. Just like y'all detain, pat down, run our license, and let us go. Now, when you see someone that looks like they could be an immigrant, you want to stop and detain for a minimum of 3 weeks and 21 days. What the fuck? Hell nah. Trump. Let's keep it 100. A large part of immigrants in the United States come from Europe. Undocumented immigrants from Europe. You know how I know? I used to work retail, baby. And I saw so many white people that spoke no English with that Russian accent. Russian, German, all these different accents, Dutch. Baby, they here. They coming right in through LAX, LaGuardia. You sitting up here trying to act like that Mexican border and that wall is the only thing that needs to be addressed. What about our Swedish immigrants? What about our Swedish immigrants, Trump? You know about it. Do something about that. Ease up off this Mexican border, bro. Ease up off this Mexican border. Like push comes, man, Mexico. If y'all ever need me, I'm there. At Mexico. I'm speaking for America. I ain't no. Hey, we ain't. Trump, you out of line, bro. Trump, you out of line. And now everybody's seeing these pictures of these children crying at the border. Now you want to change the tune of that song you was singing. Now you want to blame it on Obama. Leave that Dreamers Act alone. If these kids want to come over here and go to college, let those children go to school. Leave them alone. If these people don't want to raise their children in a place where the cartel is shooting up and beheading people, leave these people alone, bro. Leave these people alone. It's so much shit that we could be worried about. So many things inside of our infrastructure that need to be tackled. And you want to pick on Hispanics, bro. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. I'm from Texas. Mexico don't go. Shit. It don't go. Leave them alone, man. For real. For real, it's breaking my heart. And it's really pissing me off because I feel they struggle, bro. Leave them alone.